What's going on, everybody? And welcome to Shootin The Sh
Shut your mouth.
with Stoney and Brit.
Welcome to S.T.S with Stoney and Brit. Go ahead and get started. You gonna pop this off?
Yeah, so this is our very first episode. So welcome everybody here at Shootin The Sh with Stoney and Brit. We will every week be bringing you trending topics, and if they're not trending, they're just things that won't leave our mind. So
They're in our minds, written free.
So you're just kind of privileged to our phone conversations, which can get pretty, we can be pretty animated, pretty all over the place. But we love us, so you will love us. You learn to love us.
You'll learn to love us. You know you love us.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna jump right on in today. Typically how this thing's gonna work, we're just gonna kind of springboard topics. I prepared a couple of topics. Brittany's prepared a couple of topics. We're gonna just share our thoughts on them, So Brittany, I'm gonna let you go first. It's National Women's Month. I'm gonna let you go first.
It is National Women's Month, and as you guys know, well, you know what? Let me go back really quickly. They don't have a men's month. Now that we're talking about that.
They
How
don't
do you
have
feel about that?
I'm not hurt by it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not hurt by it. These are two separate issues, okay? Just even think about the whole thing about Black History Month and how some people are like, well, why isn't there a White History Month or something like that? I was like, well, y'all are celebrated. Y'all been celebrated for,
Yeah.
So I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Kind of like the same thing for men. I feel like, we always looked at it as the dominant, sex. So I feel like, no, we don't need a men's history month.
Okay. That was very well said. I've been meaning to ask somebody, and I'm saying somebody like I'm not married, my husband not here, but and I probably could have asked him too. But all right, so yes, it is Women's History Month, as you guys know, the full month of March, and I wanted to give you guys a quote, and I'll be giving a quote each week from a woman of prestige or just a woman who was very inspiring during the month of March. So our quote today is from Miss Oprah Winfrey. I'm sure you guys know her, talk show host, philanthropist, really rich. So anywho, her quote that I chose today is, think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. And I want to leave you guys with that quote for today.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, just a stepping stone to greatness.
Stepping stone to greatness. Don't be afraid to fail. And I feel like that, yes, it's Women's History Month, but I also want to put that out to the men and our men who are watching as well. Hey y'all, what's up? What's good? Just to let you guys know, you can think like a king, because that's what we are. We are kings, queens. Okay. Always don't be afraid to fail. It's just like she said, it's just another stepping stone to greatness. If you fail, then it's another way for you to try it again. There's a whole lot of other ways to get to the destination that you're trying to get to, not just one. So keep going.
Absolutely. And just because they don't take away from your queendom or your kingdom.
That part. Love it.
Oh.
Love it. So we're going to get into, you all right?
Go ahead. I was just going to say, well, thank you for that wonderful quote. Like you said, I think it resonates. It even goes beyond just Women's Month. And everybody can take some lessons from that.
Yes. Yeah. Wholeheartedly agree. So we're going to get into these things that have been on our mind, some things that we've kind of touched on a little bit, and we're like, no, we're going to say that let's say that for the show. So here's a few things that we were talking about. The first thing that I want to pop off with, I'm living in Texas, and this Texas mandates, or lack thereof, that will be taking place March 10th. So Texas is opening up 100% on March 10th, our governor, or somebody's governor, said, we don't need government running our lives. And everything's going to be open for, 100%. I think he's crazy. I really do. I really think that this is just a bad move, a bad choice. And I feel like it's trying to be like it's a ploy to kind of distract us from, we were just in that winter storm. Some people are still trying to rebuild from that. Thank goodness I wasn't affected as much as other people that I know and love, So it's just, what is the point in opening us up so quickly? Like, it's just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Agree. I saw the same thing about Mississippi, and I don't, if these two states are just like, oh, we want to get ahead on it, be like, we the first that opened up, we the first that did it, was brave enough to do it. But this isn't a situation where bravery is called for, ma'am and sir, whoever's running these states, because the ones that are brave are the people that's been risking their lives, every day. The first responders, the people that are, essential workers in this country. That's the bravery that we're looking for, not the ignorance of elected officials making comments about other people's health by saying, okay, well, we're just gonna have a free for all now. Oh, it's a couple of vaccines out there, so we're gonna have a free for all. What sense does that make? It's only been a year past, and how many lives lost? Like, I try not to even look at the numbers now because it's so
hundreds of thousands of lives gone.
It's overwhelming. So I'm like, where does
like how did he come to that?
Yeah,
and then just saying like we don't need government running our lives. Like that is a direct quote from what this man has said, Governor Abbott. And I yes, we do. We do need the government running our lives for just a little bit longer, because if this is what you're going to come with as the governor, this is your choice, this is your great plan. This is just not it. It's not it. Yes, the numbers have gone down, but they have plateaued, right? So we notice when things start to get a little lax, the numbers start to spurge, they start to climb up again. So I think it would be in our best interest to just make sure that we're still trying to follow the safety protocols that have been in place. Yes, it's spring break here, so people and families are definitely trying to move around and things like that. But I just want to encourage, if you're living in Texas, please wear your mask and still do the social distancing, wash your hands, have your hand sanitizer. Okay, just be safe. Just be safe, because I just don't feel like this is a smart move.
Yeah, and that go for MI quick letter as well.
Because, come on, the sip. Be safe. Be smart and be safe.
Wear your mask and and make your own rational decisions. If we cannot count on the people that are elected to help, influence rational decisions, if they're not gonna make those rational decisions, you make those for yourself. Okay.
That part.
Just because you live, you have to go by this stupidity. I'm just gonna call like I see it.
I'm calling like I see it. I feel like it's stupid. This is not safe. This is not the way for us to like make sure that people are no longer losing their lives. I think I read that 50% of people 65 and older have gotten at least one vaccine shot. But teenagers, what about them? Young adults, what about them? You know what I mean? Help it make sense. It's not it. This is not it. I'm not excited about it. And as for me in my house, we will still be
Come on, somebody.
We're still gonna be socially distant. We're still gonna be keeping it safe and still wearing our mask wherever we go.
Hello. Even though my mask be breaking my little face out, I'm gonna wear.
Same.
Because I don't mind suffering for the cause. If it means that we can go on and on. We got other topics to get
to. We do. Y'all stay safe.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the next topic.
Okay.
So I just want to talk about something that's that was a little heavy. Let's talk about something that's gonna brighten the mood a little bit. Okay. Recently, what I have been noticing is just the Black excellence across TV and film that has been going on I'm loving it. I get on Hulu and I see that there's new sitcoms from Kenan Thompson from Kenan and Kel and
Kenan and
that
Kel. Oh,
SNL,
nice.
and he's been on the SNL for some
Forever.
time. This has been a move that's been long awaited for.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how much I needed it until I saw the show. So
Mm-hmm.
he has 2 young girls in the show, and he is a single dad, a single
Okay.
parent. And it's good. He's already a comedy genius to me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Me just watching it, it just felt like I was at home. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Right?
nice.
I grew up with him. You know, good burger
Yeah.
stuff. Grew up with him.
That's so crazy. All that
All
Nick
that.
at Nick at Night or whatever. What was it? Snick or I don't remember what it was called, but you know, it had the all that. It had what was it? Are You Afraid of the Dark? Some other shows or something like that.
All the good stuff.
But like that's crazy. Now he's playing a single dad of twins.
Yeah.
That's
Well, not a.
crazy.
They're it's 2 daughters.
Oh, okay.
But they're like under the age of 10. You know,
Ooh.
so
Sound like you got
young.
his hands full.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like that. You have The Rock, who has come out with a show, and it just kind of spans. Yeah.
Let me tell you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but growing up, The Rock was my husband. The Rock was my husband, honey. You couldn't tell me nothing different. I was in love with that man, okay? And I just knew when I grew up I was gonna meet him and all that good stuff, but now I got me a real good man, so it doesn't matter. But continue.
Hello.
We love The Rock.
Yeah, I mean The Rock. You know, was it the eyebrow? Let me just ask. Was it the eyebrow that would have you going?
It was the eyebrow. It was like how he dressed. You know what I'm saying? The Versace shirts and stuff like that. It was that he was just the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, as they used to say. I don't know. I just like to swag.
Okay.
Don't do me that. Don't you do me that.
I won't. We'll go ahead and keep going there. But yeah, so I like The Rock's new show. It has kind of just talks about his journey from childhood, and I'm guessing we're going through the years of him growing into this professional athlete. And shoot, I almost want to call him a Renaissance man for some reason. The man does it all. He kind of does it all. He done dipped his toe in a little bit of everything. So
not dipped his toe.
I'm a little experienced everywhere. Sprinkled his little stardust everywhere. So I actually really like that show. I've seen the first 2 episodes. I really like it. In reference to some of the historic characters that's been in his life, as far as wrestling wise, his dad, other I think there was someone playing Andre the Giant on there. And Andre the one of my favorite like 80s, 90s, early wrestlers. So I was so stoked to see that. Being a geek of wrestling and someone that was just sold to their franchise growing up, like perfect show for me. So I'm sold on that.
I'm definitely gonna have to look into it. I just have not had time. Life's just been so busy. But when I saw that he was coming out with the show, I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know more.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. I need to know more about The Rock. But
no judge.
I can't tell. Got your little hat on. I don't know. I can't tell.
It's mischievous tonight.
Or is it mysterious? Because it's low. Brooklyn been with that low. Or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot who you were singing. Okay, anywho.
You know what I'm saying?
So even just kind of moving from the small screen to the big screen, we have Billie Holiday, the U.S. versus Billie Holiday, which just came out this past week. Amazing film. If y'all have not seen that film, y'all gotta see it. Andra Day played her tail off as Billie Holiday and really sacrificed. You could tell that she sacrificed for that role. I mean, I saw the interview that she did with Oprah and Lee Daniels and a couple of other the castmates that was there, and talking about losing weight, taking up cigarette smoking, taking up drinking, just to embody. You know, I'm sure she done had some drinks before that, but you know, I'm not. You know, that wasn't her first time drinking. You ain't gonna sit up here and kiss me. But just the fact that someone was sacrificed for the art like that is amazing and inspiring. So she just recently won, what is it, Golden Globe, an Oscar role, and I think well deserved. So if y'all have not seen it, please check out the U.S. versus Billie Holiday, directed by Lee Daniels. It was a great piece of work. Yeah, and I would also say, which I have not watched this film yet, I am excited to watch it, Coming to America too.
Going back to Zamunda. Yeah. Wait. Keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no, keep on. So, yeah, I have not watched Coming to America, but it did just come out today. So I'm probably gonna spend tomorrow the old one while I'm doing some deep cleaning, and then I'm gonna give me a little bit of takeout, a little barbecue, and
barbecue.
A little pork steak, a little macaroni cheese, you know, a little something.
So. A piece of ham, peach cobbler.
I'm sorry. So yeah, so that's what I plan to do, and hopefully I'll be able to report, you know, hey, thumbs up, thumbs down, because sequels can get kind of, you know, sometimes
kind of sticky, kind of boring,
a little sticky, and then it leaves you just wondering, why didn't they just leave the original alone? Why didn't they just leave it alone?
Right.
Just let that stand on its own.
It's been what, 33 years?
Wow.
33 years since the last one. Because that one came out in 1988, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's gonna be a classic because 1988. But 33 years is a very long time to be like, oh, okay. Well, I think we can try to revisit, that movie. Let's see what we get. Yeah. I have been looking up reviews because, like you, I have not seen it, but I'm getting mixed reviews. I know with Roger Ebert on his website, they gave it 2 stars, and then like Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 50%, and 48% by audience. So I don't know. It's right there in the middle. So I guess it's one of those, decide for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'll be deciding for myself tomorrow, I guess. I'm gonna say this. It might be, maybe an unpopular opinion, but I did put Tiana Taylor in the film, which worries me.
Why?
I love Tiana Taylor as a musical artist, as an entertainer, body goals, and all those things.
All those things, yeah.
But as far as an actress, like that Tyler Perry, that Byron, that everybody was.
I knew you was gonna say that. But I mean, she was definitely younger in that movie, right? Still kind of, filling out the acting scene, if I'm not mistaken. So like maybe she's a little bit more.
She's evolved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now give her some growth. Give her some credit. See what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna try to go in there without judgment. Yeah. But when I was just like, well. But we'll see. And I'll be back on it next week, y'all. So
he'll be letting y'all know. So make sure you guys tune in and you can see if you agree with Stoney T or not.
Do you agree with me or Brittany?
Hey.
Okay. All right. That was a solo act. Thank you. Just to tie up about movies that probably don't need to be touched, classics and things that don't need to be touched. Ice Cube is supposedly upset with Warner Brothers for them not allowing him to go forward with producing any more Friday films. Now, friend,
what? Who wants another Friday film?
Who asked for it? Like, who honestly asked for it in 2021 or 2022 or 2023? Who needs another Friday film? So many
Nobody
of
asked
the,
for this.
nobody asked for it. And so many of the historical characters have passed away.
Yeah.
Already. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
in recent too. So it's like, I don't want to touch that legacy. I want to leave that alone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just wanted to bring that out there. I'm like, hey, what you getting mad for? Because why you even asking, sir?
Right.
Why you even asking for a budget for this film? Because I know it will not be on the quality as the first Friday. It will not be the same quality, first of all. Even if he did get it. And it's just like, move on to something else. If you were able to do something great once before, do something great again. But another different, don't go to Are We There Yet? Leave that alone too. Don't do
Those
Are
kids
We
are
There Yet as well.
grown.
Sir,
You would
come
be
on
like the granddad.
Listen, leave barbershop alone too. Ice Cube, just come with a new concept. Whatever's been done, leave it there. Leave it there and then go on. Okay? So, and now we're gonna move. So now we're gonna move on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm sorry. That lead me there took me out. But on a more serious note, there is a city in Illinois that is talking about giving reparations to its Black residents. It is Evanston, Illinois. It's just north of Chicago. And there they are talking about giving $25,000 to their Black residents for housing. They're set to be the first U.S. city to compensate Black Americans for loss of generational wealth due to slavery. And then all those should be giving out about $10 million for the reparations there. And they actually passed the law for it, or not the law, but they passed, like they voted yes for the reparations back in 2019. So that was a while ago. So they're just now getting ready to get around to that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Friend, listen, long overdue, right?
Yeah.
You know, I think that it's kind of interesting that just a city within Illinois was able to get something like that going. You know, just one city out of all cities, you know, in the United States, that one city. I was also reading that the alderman that kind of got the fund kind of kick-started and everything with her name, Ruth Simmons. So her name is a Black that's from Evanston and kind of grew up in her own experiences seeing white peers and being able to go over to their houses and, you know, spend a night over their houses, but it was never a reverse situation. Like they would never coming to spend a night over her house. It was just she was able to see those differences right there drawn in the sand, just you know, just different. Like you said, the generational wealth and how and the lack thereof for, you know, our people. Right. So I think it's long overdue. Now I don't know if you're gonna come with me on this point, but I mean, just okay. Listen with an easy ear, okay. The only thing about it that I think that kind of makes me feel some type of way is the fact that it has to be solely for housing. Okay? You know, if we are paying for if we're getting paid, if that fund is for, you know, any of the struggles that our ancestors had and things like that, I can understand the housing being a big piece of that. But I feel like people should also be able to allocate their funds to whatever cause is needed. You know, I just feel like putting it just solely in housing, right? Which is important. You know, which is important. Yeah. If above anything, the most important, having property and everything like that. But I just don't, it gets a little sticky for me when it's like, okay, well, yeah, we're going to give you reparations and we're going to name it reparations, but it's got to go to this. type of
We're
thing.
gonna tell you how you're gonna spend your reparations.
Yeah, there we go.
I can't have the freedom to like really figure out. Like, I guess I can have freedom of the housing that I choose. That's all I got. But you know what I mean? Like, what if I want to put that on daycare? I want to pay down some bills. I want to pay off these credit cards. I want to pay off my car. You know,
Yeah.
things of that nature. I can't use it for that. Like, I'm in the car with you. I'm definitely riding where you going as far as that's concerned. And I definitely agree. I didn't think about that at first, but like, yes, like you said, housing is important, but I have so many other things that I need to make sure it's together in order for me to like make sure my day to day is going the way it needs to be going for us to be, living and surviving. So I'm glad that they're doing the reparations. Like I said, they're the first U.S. city to even, compensate their black Americans. But like, I feel some kind of way as well. Like, you're just gonna tell me how to spend it.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking
I
like,
have to spend it something too.
yeah, and I'm just thinking about what about the ones that already got the housing thing solidified? Do they not get reparations?
So I'm just sitting on 25,000. Like, how does that work? That's a really good question. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you said, I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for it. I think that it's amazing that they're the first city to even see the vision and push it all the way through.
Yeah.
So that's admirable. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would like to know a little bit more as it unfolds and they start getting to kind of pay. As the details unfold on this, I kind of want to know more about it. And just
Definitely.
like, makes somebody eligible. Is it the sole fact that that
you're black?
Yeah, that you're black. Or there's some factors that play into that. I would like to know the details about it. But I think amazing. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2021, we yet waiting. A lot of other US cities are definitely yet waiting. So maybe that'll trickle on down and out.
You know what I'm saying?
US.
And let me just say, any y'all that was just thinking, okay, well, let me go ahead and start getting my little property together in Evanston, Illinois. I'm sure it don't work like this. Don't jump.
That probably ain't the move, sis.
Right. Oh.
That's funny. Love it. Because they're definitely trying to work the system.
We're gonna keep it moving.
The system been working us.
Hello. Say it again for the people in the back.
The system been working us. Sorry, did you mean that? Did you not mean it?
I didn't. But it's okay. It's okay. We gonna move on along. Yeah, I just wanted to talk really quickly. I'm not even gonna take too much time on this because this story has really been kind of just getting on my nerves a little bit. Brittany, I don't even know if you watched The Bachelor or any of the Bachelor Nation. Okay.
I can't say that I do.
So it is a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm shameless, guiltily.
Literally.
That I watched The Bachelor because it gives me. I've always been a fan of dating shows like that because I find myself saying I can never go on something. I can look at them kissing all them people in the mouth, and it's like I don't know. I'm entertained. Yeah, I'm entertained by being disgusted by it. Like, but let's not forget, like some of my favorite characters that came from shows like that. New York, Flavor of Love.
Yeah. Yo, don't even get me started. The same one, Flav.
The same
one. Don't even get me started. Love New York.
You are nothing of the sort.
Yeah, nothing. Luther Vandross. Sorry, go ahead.
Video of just alone of her sayings alone. So don't even get us started on that. But yeah, it's those shows have a little soft spot in my heart. Now the Bachelor Nation is a cleaned up version from Flavor of Love and things like the things you find on song Flavor of Love. What Real Chance at Love and
Mm-hmm.
Rock of Love, all the Of
Mm-hmm.
Loves. Bachelor is more of a cleaner version of it. You're not going to see all those things. Things that women were called on Flavor of Love may have gotten them an extra advance to a chance with Flav versus getting sit home on The Bachelor. That's what I'm trying to say. So this season has been a controversial season already from the get-go, just because they have a black bachelor, the first black bachelor.
Oh,
Black
okay.
bachelor. And I will say that with casting of the women that they brought, it was very diverse. I was very happy for the first time, diverse women just coming out of the limos and greeting him. It was a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
Now, where they run into a snag at is now they're down to the final four. And one young lady by the name of Rachel Kornicki, I don't really care to know her last name like
what
that.
About Rach? What about her?
So Rach, so Miss Kornicki Nikki, whatever her name is, we're gonna go with that. There's been some tweets and stuff, some Instagram pictures and things that have resurfaced of her back in 2018, which is actually not that long ago.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not that. I thought you were about to say 2008 or something.
2018, a hop and a skip away, where she was at an Old South party. One of those antebellum scene parties where they kind of act everything. She was snapping it up with her girlfriends at one of those parties. And then also her liking a picture of someone in front of a Confederate flag, kind of glorifying it. So
what's she on The Bachelor for with this black man?
With this black man.
You don't want him. Since you don't want him, you're not there for him. Why are you doing that? How did he let her stay on there that long?
Yeah. So see,
sure there's been something shown.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's recent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be, since I've been watching, I like this girl up until this point. I honestly, because it seemed like she was sincere, and it seemed like that they were really kind of smitten for each other. But you know what I'm saying? The cards will reveal themselves in due time. And the same thing happened for the host of the show. He's been the host since this show has been on, named Chris Harrison.
Chris.
White guy. He gets on a interview with a former bachelorette who was actually the first black bachelorette, the one that start any black person being in the franchise, Miss Rachel Lynn. And the topic of this came up. And he decided to go ahead and defend her because she was getting so much backlash from people online, and he did not understand. So he made several comments during that interview like, well, I'm not trying to be the woke police because Lord knows we got a lot of those out there already, kind of hinting at, cancel culture and stuff like that. And then he also said we need to stop being so harsh on this girl and all of that. And it was saying that, okay, old South parties might not have been popular now, but were they unpopular in 2018? Things like that. That's very troublesome because it's like it. And Rachel came back with a good point. She was like, they never should have been popular in the first place.
Yeah.
And like I said, this black woman sitting across from this black man, well, he was virtually, but sitting across from him stating, well, what role do you think I would have played at one of those parties?
And what was his answer? Please tell me.
Yeah, she just had me with that. I didn't even want to hear nothing else the man had to say.
I gotta go find that. I want to know.
You gotta find it. I just kind of blanked out because I was just like, because everything else besides that was just going to be excuses from him trying to kind of backtrack. But what I did know, cutting that black woman off, trying to get his point across to defend this white woman who has said who did some stuff that is not painting her in the best light.
So Miss Rach is like pretty much admitting that it wasn't a good look, right?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
So there's two Rachels in this scenario. Rachel Kornacki is the one that that the white lady that's on The Bachelor is a contestant right now. Lindsay is the one that he had the interview with, and she was the former black bachelorette, the first black person in the franchise.
Okay.
So he had the interview with her defending Kornacki for going to that party in 2018 and all that stuff. Yeah.
Who set that up? Who set it up for him to talk to her?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you were going to talk to her, then why are you getting on there to defend her to this black lady?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
who in your
messy.
First off, who in your team is my thing. That like I understand that the truth gonna reveal itself anyway. Like Chris, if you've been thought like that and have been oblivious to racial injustice and things like that, that was gonna come to light anyway.
Right.
Baby.
I mean, it's some things you cannot just keep under wraps for forever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So him talking about, oh, the woke police, we have plenty of those. Okay. You've been saying little slick stuff like that, but people been letting you live with that. You know what I mean? Like they've been letting you get on by saying what you want to say. But
yeah.
I'm glad Ms. Lindsay asked that question. Like, so what do you think would have been my role at a party like that? How would they have perceived me at a party like that?
Huh.
I just want to know his answer.
That's what egg in your face.
He better not say no. They would have welcomed you with open arms. Chris, get on that. Bye, Chris. I was saying, hey, Chris. No, bye, Chris.
No. So now they got so he's taking an absence from the show. Everything was filmed last year, so he's still on the show from what we see from our standpoint, but he's taking an absence from the show, and they have a special that comes up after the final rose, which is like after the finale. And he will not be hosting that for the first time in however many years this show has been on. And there will be a former NFL linebacker, and I think he's a sports analyst with Fox News now, Fox Sports. Emmanuel Achu. I'm sorry, I don't listen. I don't particularly prescribe to Sports Illustrated, so y'all gonna have to forgive.
Not Sports Illustrated, my guy.
But he also is a best-selling author of a book titled "Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man." So I feel like ABC was like, "Oh, we done stepped in some, you know, we gotta get somebody. We gotta get somebody to reel us back in, you know." And I feel like, from the title of this book, I would have to read it. I have not read it, but from his response of being able to host that show, he seems like he's going to be a good fit for the franchise for that episode. And I hope going forward, but Chris Harrison is still a poly-lion on TV and all over social media to try to get his.
I want them to set up a meeting with Chris to meet with, what was the NFL player's name?
Use Emmanuel Echo.
Emmanuel. I want him to meet with Emmanuel and have that difficult conversation or an uncomfortable conversation. So you can, not even just to like, I'm gonna put you in your place type thing, but just to like, I need you to learn. You need to learn. You know what I mean? And it's not, again, nobody's gonna be trying to come at you. I think this guy, he has like a show or something, like he does YouTube videos or something like that. I know I've heard of him before. And as far as like having difficult conversations or uncomfortable conversations, if it's the same guy that I'm thinking of, but it's like I feel like he kind of makes it a nice, comfortable. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because of the questions or the topic that
Yeah.
people are they're talking
Right.
about. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't seem like he's like trying to jump down anybody's throat or anything like that. From if it's the same person, doesn't seem like he was trying to jump down anybody's throat. But he was just like really like, let me educate you, on the things that you're asking me about or the topic that we're talking about. So I think Chris might benefit from that.
Yeah.
They need to set that up. Don't have him talking to Lindsay. Lindsay gave him, asked the right questions, but he probably needs to talk to Mr. Emmanuel and get a little bit more, better knowledge. He needs to get better knowledge.
More culture. It's because listen, and that's the thing about it. I just feel like, as you had alluded to, where's the diversity in your team? Who told you that this was a good idea for you to go on this show? And that's what I think. Like, some of these people don't think about diversifying their team, and they be stuck and stupid just with people that's comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that there is no growth in comfort. You got to surround yourself with people that maybe you have to have uncomfortable conversations with. So like you said, a good Emmanuel in his life would probably do him some good. Some good. He was on Good Morning America, Chris Harrison, doing an apology, Apollo lying, like I said, because it came out so insincere. And so rehearsed. He said he had been working with I think it's like a diversity coach or something, and it's like, whatever little week or two of work that y'all have been doing.
These little weekends, these little 30-minute sessions, because the weekend be going by fast, okay? So if you're just doing this on the weekend, these little sessions that you're trying to have, it's not doing it.
Don't worry.
It comes off that insincere.
But he want his job back. But I'm just thinking, it might lose. And I think that's the issue with ABC. They probably thinking like, they know. Listen, freedom to speak freely. They know that they're going to lose a lot of Karens if they replace this man with someone of the likes of Emmanuel Achoku. And I know I'm not saying that name right, but y'all know Emmanuel. They know they're going to lose. I knew where you were about to go. I knew where you were going to go. But my thing is, I think it might be about time, ABC. And that's just my 2 cents on that. So.
Hey, I'm here for it. If Emmanuel does well, I hope that he go ahead and just gonna have that position. Gonna be the host.
Or somebody of the likes of him,
Mm-hmm. Definitely agree. It shouldn't be. So is he the second? Let me ask you this: the Bachelor that's on there, is he just the second person to be Black that's on the show? I mean, outside of Lindsay.
Outside of Lindsay, to be like the person that the contestants are vowing for, yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, because it's 2021. That show has been on for a very long time. And I have not sat and watched any of, but that show's been on for a very long time. So it needs a little bit of diversity, not just in the people that are vying for who the Bachelor and who the Bachelorette is, but they need diversity in who the Bachelor and the Bachelorette is. Does that make, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, not just the people that's trying to get to that person, but like they need that person. Give us a little bit more diversity. And it doesn't even have to be Black people, but I mean, everybody Black, but get some Indians in there, get some, Asians, there's so many different people in the world, so much uniqueness. It's really scary and sad how things are just bottled up into just this one little, thing, one little race, or I don't know. It's just sad. There's so much more out there for people to learn from, and just celebrate those unique qualities that we can find in different cultures and different backgrounds and things like that.
Exactly. And what better platform to display that stuff on than a show that has been on for what is 20 years, I think, at this point.
Very long time. I just
You
know
know
that.
what I'm saying? And has been thriving. I'm sure one of the lead shows on ABC wouldn't still be around. Because they be get rid of something that ain't doing just the best in ratings. I mean, so, you know, and I know that they're probably panicking now that they're like, oh, the one show that had some critics, they would, I mean,
then
people
they need to figure it out, and they need to figure it out fast.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, we ain't gonna talk about Bachelor Nation. Y'all just praying that ABC's team is diversified enough to see that the change needs to happen. Outside just this one-time occurrence of having a Black Bachelor, you know, we need to be able to be looking at how to restructure this whole entire program, because this right here is a flat foot fool. And find out how and start.
I love when you say that. Flat foot fool.
And then let's start doing a little bit more investigating of the people that we have joining this show. We don't need to be having KKK members coming up here trying to get a chance at the first Black Bachelor. It really turned into something like an antebellum situation. We're not trying to do that. So let's weed out the negatives and keep it positive. Okay.
I know a couple friends that can. You need somebody looked up on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. You need me to find some information. I can find some information. I know some people like that. So, you know, if they're looking to hire, you know, hit the comments below. Because it shouldn't be too difficult. 2018 wasn't that long ago. I just can literally just keep scrolling and I'll find what I need. You know what I mean? Like, anywho, I digress.
So let's move on to our last topic, because you know, like I said, that can go on and it can develop into different topics and all. Yeah. Well, what you got for us, Brit, to top us off for this week?
Oh my gosh, everybody. So Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League is getting ready to come out. I am excited, and I know y'all can see it on my face. It's coming out March 18th. As you guys know, if you're keeping up with it, the time for it, Stoney, and I know you're going to want to sit and watch the whole thing, is 4 hours and 2 minutes long. The entire movie is 4 hours, 2 minutes long.
Okay. Well, why the
you don't want to sit and watch it?
And why the 2 minutes? That's the 2 minutes is what's really bothering me.
I don't know, but I wanted to make sure I wrote that down. I wanted to make sure I had the 4 hours and the 2 minutes.
4 hours, Brittany, like, so I know that I probably have confided in you about this before. I will fall asleep on a good movie. I'll fall asleep on a movie. I can be so thoroughly entertained. If it is entirely too long, I will go to sleep pissed off and wake up pissed off because I'm like, I went to sleep. You know, but that is too long for one movie.
Well, this movie will be, you can also see it on HBO Max. So the great thing about HBO Max is you can pause it. So that's where I intend to watch it. I'm not going to anybody's theater, even if Texas is open 100% by that time. I'm not going. So we'll be watching on HBO Max. The thing that I am just like, what is going to end with a massive cliffhanger. That's the word on the street. That's from Zack Snyder's mouth himself. It's going to end with a massive cliffhanger because the way that he had set it up, it was supposed to be 2 more movies that were to occur based on this Justice League, and he's already told us it's a very low probability of any sequels being made. But you know, we'll just have to see. It's crazy that people were really rallying for the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League because people were just not satisfied with Joss Joss Whedon, I think that's how you say his name. They were not satisfied with his cut of the movie, and so they want to use Zack Snyder's. And so he has 4 hours 2 minutes of it, but it's still going to end. And it's I don't want people to feel like it's not finished, but if he's saying it's a massive cliffhanger, then that's what we're gonna get after 4 hours.
It almost makes me feel like it just made me feel like why release it then? I mean, I know that the fans, the people are like going for it. Look at your face when I said that was like, but why? Whatever do you mean, sir?
Yeah, because I want to see it.
Because I'm just like, if it's that's gonna irritate me, especially if I'm sitting up here like, y'all probably can't trying to watch it and stay up after an hour and 30 minutes when this movie should be winding down and we should be coming towards a conclusion.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to be left with a cliffhanger that's going to upset me. That is going to upset me.
Knowing that it's coming March 18th, knowing that it's going to end in a cliffhanger, knowing that it's going to be 4 hours and 2 minutes long, are you going to give this movie a chance, Stoney?
I don't know where I'm going to find the time, Brit. Like, I don't know if I could sit through 4 hours of 4 hours of the Justice League. Like it has to be fire, and it cannot be dark. And what I mean by dark, let me that lets me know it is. It can't be dark. For instance, like The Dark Knight. That is the first movie that I fell asleep in theaters and kept waking up thinking, this still long? It's like, this is still long. Like, I was ready to go home. It was a very long movie. So, because it was dark to me. You know what I'm saying? When you go see a Batman movie, you expect for something. You expect for a little bit of darkness.
Yeah.
You expect for a little bit of darkness, but you know, I'm raised up with Gotham City. You know, it had that darkness to it, but it still had that comedy pieces to it as well. And Dark Knight for me was lacking all of that. I mean, knocked out. I was asleep. I was dead sleep.
It was really good.
I might try to go and watch it again, you know, but I think
so since you fell asleep, you have not ever tried to watch it again?
I have not.
I'm gonna ask that you go ahead and do that. It's really good.
Okay. Same thing happened with the Superman movie. I fell asleep in there too. So and
then because it's so are you like a Marvel fan then? Is that what it is? You're just not DC?
I had to be able to decipher between the two anyway if we started. So let's not go down that route.
Wow. We gotta talk. After we finish this.
Right now, am I embarrassing stuff right now?
I mean, I feel like people should know.
I have some, you know, I have some knowledge, like Spider-Man and stuff. That's Marvel.
Mm-hmm. See, there you go. You already know.
Yeah.
How much you can't decipher between.
So, but I will say this: I'm just not the biggest superhero kind of fan.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so I will bundle that up like this. So 4 hours of a superhero movie, if not a good plot with it and a good storyline, they're gonna lose me. And I mean, you know, yeah. And that's just my take on it. But I'm excited that you're excited about it.
I am. I cannot wait for it to come out. I wish it was coming out this week so I could, you know, have all the time in the world to watch it since, you know, spring break and all that. But whenever it comes out, I am going to make time. I will have my popcorn ready. I have my drink ready. And, you know, I'm excited. And I will let you know because I'm sure by the time I watch it, you will not have watched it. And I will tell you if you need to go ahead. Hey, hour 2, about 22 minutes in. Make sure you're looking at, I'll let you know.
Why is that so long? That's a whole nother. There is 3 movies inside that one movie.
It is. Well, no, at least 2 movies. Because movies be like an hour 45, 2 hours.
And hour 30, hour 45.
And he sips. Well, I can't wait to watch it. So I want to give you guys a little peek into some trailers really quickly. So I'm going to share my screen so y'all can see.
I haven't seen any of these trailers, so maybe this will kind of drive home the point. Maybe this will get me excited to watch it. So we'll see.
Well, let's see.
I heard about you. Didn't think you were real.
Your guilt's have become your reason.
Hate is useless.
I will come for my great prize.
If you want the Batman, here is something that can help you.
I have a stake in this world, and it's time I started fighting for it.
You've fulfilled your promise. I spent a lot of time trying to divide us. I need to bring us together and make this right.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, that didn't tell us much of anything other than.
Well, okay, so that one came out yesterday. They have one for Superman that came out. Would you like to see it?
Is it gonna be like his? Because let's go for it. Why not?
Okay. Yay! Okay. I think this is the one I was looking at earlier. Oh man, I hate that.
Old on Super Bros, y'all.
Sorry, so sorry. Let's just skip all that. Okay, here we go. Just a little sneak peek.
I'm assuming you're Alfred. I heard about you. Didn't think you were real.
I'm real when it's useful.
So they're really trying not to give away too much from this movie. Let me stop sharing. I feel like they're really trying to not give away too much, but I'm still excited to see it. I feel like I've been waiting a long time. I wasn't one of the ones that was just like, Zack Snyder's cut, or anything like that. But I would like to see it. I want to see the original director's vision for the movie. So.
Well, yeah, it definitely left a lot to be desired. As far as what the plot and everything is. Didn't really hear much as a trailer, as much as you said, like a sneak peek. I would say the visuals look amazing. Like everything sleek and amazing. So if nothing else, I'll probably watch it for that. But one question.
What?
Is that Ben Affleck
is Batman?
Is Batman?
Yes.
Okay. I'll watch it. I'm gonna try to watch it. Batman just didn't. It didn't give me where I. Okay.
Okay. I can kind of agree with you on that.
Let me say why I feel like the voice was very put on. Like it just didn't seem like organic. It did.
Wait, so are you saying that Christian Bale's Batman sounded organic?
It was a lot better. A lot better. For me,
I'm inclined to agree. I was just asking.
by leaps and bounds, it was a lot better. And yeah, I mean, but I'm not the biggest Ben Affleck.
How would you know? How would you know?
Because I mean, that's partially the reason why
I'm choosing violence.
That's partially the reason why I fell asleep. Sitting there listening. Yeah, sitting there listening to this little rough interpretation of what Batman sound like.
Not rough.
Yeah, like, sir, he makes me want to tell him to clear his throat. That's what he makes me want to do.
Like a
so I'm,
yeah,
a little lodge, little throat lodge.
Close job over here. Anywho, so those are some of the things that were on our mind that we wanted to talk about for this week. Please be on the lookout for future videos from us about things that may be trending or things that we just want to talk about. Just saying.
Yeah, so y'all, this, like I said, this is our first episode. So of course, you know, it's not just gonna be a smooth, it wasn't just gonna be a smooth ride all the way through, but you know, hey, we made it through it and out on the other side, you know.
It keeps getting better.
It will be. So make sure that you continue to just check in with us. Go ahead and like this video, you know, go ahead and subscribe, all those things so you can stay tuned and, you know, be privileged to receive these blessings that we're going to give you on a weekly.
On a weekly.
Because
you know you love us.
Already. You know,
that's so ugly. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. Bye. Take it easy, y'all.